NFL fans, welcome back to another episode of the J All Day Show. I'm on my lunch break, so I wanted to do a betting preview for you guys for Week 7. In Week 6, we absolutely crushed it. I placed 13 bets, 11 of them cash, and we tripled up our bankroll in Week 6. A lot of bettors had success in Week 6, but nailing 11 out of 13 bets is great. If you're really interested in my bets, join my memberships. Every Friday, I show you my entire sports book. But I want to start this video out with a bet that I already placed this Thursday right here, guys. You can see this bet on the right-hand side of the screen, a $10 bet on the Denver Broncos to win this game. I got in before the line started to move. It was at minus 145. Now it's at minus 150. That's because Saints wide receiver Rashid Shaheed, knee out. He might be out the rest of the year. That knee is banged up. We'll have to see. And then Olave, because of a concussion that he experienced on Sunday, he's out as well. But the injuries don't stop there. If we take a look at the depth chart, Derek Carr is doubtful for this game as well. That means rookie Spencer Rattler will be starting, right? And then another wide receiver is questionable. Taysom Hill is doubtful. And look at all these injuries to the offensive line. IR, out. IR, questionable. This is the same guy, Lucas Patrick. He swings from left guard and center. So, tons of injuries to the offensive line. The two number one weapons they have in this offense on the outside, Shaheed and Olave, they're both out. The starting quarterback, Derek Carr, is out. Getting the Broncos, Sean Payton coming back to New Orleans for a revenge game at minus 150 is great odds. That's a free bet for you guys this week. Now, let's go back and take a look at these games and go through where we could get some advantages, right? The Patriots in plus 5.5, I don't necessarily hate that, right? But this could be a very low-scoring game, so the under is interesting to me as well. Jaguars given 5.5 points. I don't love that. And then minus 238 with that secondary, I don't love that either. But the Jaguars are the better team. The Patriots' offensive line is just an abomination. And with a young quarterback, threw a couple picks, had a fumble last week. But, that was his first game. So hopefully he'll be a little bit better. But Jacksonville is already in London, and New England has to fly to London. So that's why I think the odds are so bad. So I'm probably going to pass on this game. Maybe if you could tease this down a little bit. I don't know. I don't love this game from a betting perspective. Lions at the Vikings, another game I'm not clamoring at from a betting perspective. The Lions getting a 1.5. If it was like 2.5 or 3.5, maybe. But you could probably buy some points in that spot and still have decent odds. But I don't love this spot. Aiden Hutchinson, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. He's done for the year with that horrific broken leg. The Vikings are coming off a bye. So the Vikings at home at minus 125, I don't hate that bet. I definitely don't hate that bet. Of all the bets for this game, minus 125, or an Amon-Ra Brown or Justin Jefferson touchdown, those two props are also in play for me. All right, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants. The Eagles are dealing with a ton of injuries, guys. Mulata, the starting left tackle, he's not playing in this game. Darius Slay and starting tight end Dallas Goedert are both questionable. Not looking good for those guys. Then the Giants lost one of their best offensive linemen. He's done for the year, I think, the left tackle. His name is escaping me at the moment. But looks like Neighbors is coming back. It still looks like Devin Singletary will be out. Eagles didn't look great against the Browns last week. If this was under minus 150, maybe I would consider taking the Eagles. But even with the Giants, that juice is not high enough for me to want to risk it. If this was plus 175 towards plus 200, maybe I take the Giants here on a flyer. I don't love it. Plus 3 is not enough. If it was plus 5, maybe. I don't like this game. Bengals, minus 6. Minus 258, or the Browns on the flip side, plus 6, plus 210. They lose Amari Cooper. He's with the Buffalo Bills now. The Bengals D-line has been looking better, and if the Eagles can beat them by 4 with Amari Cooper, I think they'll probably beat them by 6 points. I think the Bengals The bet in this game is not money line at minus 258. That's a bad line. Not good enough. So the Bengals at minus 6, at pretty much even money, I like that bet in this game. All right, next up, Texans, Packers. I like the Texans and the plus 3 points. What I would do is I would go to my sports book. You find the Houston Texans game, and then see this sports book's only plus 2.5. So you're getting better odds on DraftKings. And then I would buy, you want to buy a point. Go up to plus 3.5 at minus 160. I wish we were only adding, if it was only a half a point at minus 135 at 3.5, I would like that. But Bovada doesn't have the best odds. So we'll see where that sportsbook's odds go towards game time. But if you can get the Texans under minus 150 at plus 3.5, that makes a lot of sense to me for the Texans game. Packers, minus 148. If you think the Packers are going to win this game, that's not terrible. I wish it was more closer to even money, but I don't love that. All right. Titans, Buffalo Bills. Bills are given 9. That's a big number. Minus 440. You can't lay that juice unless you're doing a parlay maybe. Titans defense actually looks pretty good, man. They're one of the best on third down, one of the best in the red zone. Their D-line looks really good. The Bills should win this game, but 9 points seems like a lot to me. Not a game I particularly love betting on because Will Levis sucks. But the Bills haven't been great against the run. Ed Oliver should be back, so that'll help that. Because Breece Hall lit them up, but there was no Ed Oliver. If he doesn't play again, Tony Pollard's in play for a potential touchdown, maybe over the yards. We got to see what those props are, but for initially, I don't love this. I do like the Falcons at minus 155. Falcons at home versus the Seahawks, who are reeling. They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost a bunch of games at home to crap teams. They lost to the Giants at home. Now you think they're going to go on the road, pretty much flying across the country? No, it is flying across the country. Taking on the Falcons? No way. I love the Falcons at minus 155. That's the bet to make in this game, guys. Dolphins, Colts. I like the Dolphins at plus 3. Dolphins are coming off a bye. The Colts have been trash. Maybe you buy half a point, go up to minus 130 for plus 3.5. I could dig that. Or you go to plus 4. When you buy a point, it'll probably be minus 165. Let's check on our sports book, guys. We'll go to this Colts game. Let's buy ourselves a point. 4 is a safer number in sports betting, in my opinion, than 3.5. You think it's better because of the field goal situation, but there's not many situations where it's all field goals, right? It's like a 2016, 24-20 type of situation, some touchdowns and field goals mixed in. And you want to be safe enough so that if it's 4 points, you still get a push, right? That's why I like buying a point at minus 150 for the Dolphins at plus 4. And you see the value goes from minus 112 up to minus 150, right? It's a big jump, but that's for a reason. Carolina Panthers at the Commanders. The Commanders probably cover the 8 points. Minus 410, I don't love that juice. I'd rather take the risk and check out the Commanders. If you go and check out the Panthers, right? We'll go over, check out our Panthers, and then what we want to do is see the games they're losing. What are they losing by, right? Lost by 10, lost by way more than 10, lost by way more than 10. Every game that they've lost, the spread's been covered, right? So that's the bet there, guys. Commanders minus 8 all day long. That's a very solid bet. I'm going to make that bet. I'm actually going to make that bet right now. I don't like betting huge on spread bets like this with big giant spreads. So I'm just going to do a $5 bet coming in at even money. There it is. I laid down a bet for you guys live, and you get to check it out. That's why you got to like and subscribe to the channel, everyone. We're almost at 10K. We're almost at 10K. All right, Raiders, Rams. Rams are coming off a bye. I think the minus 6.5 is in play as well. The Raiders, Devontae Adams hasn't been playing anyway. Aiden O'Connell doesn't look very good. I like the Rams at minus 6.5. I don't love it, but I like it. The Chiefs, plus 1.5. Coming off a bye with Andy Reid. Give me that juice all day long. Jets, Steelers. Devontae Adams now on the Jets, guys. I like the Jets at minus 122. I don't get how they're favorites on the road in this spot. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. We'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Don't bet on this yet. Keep an eye on it. If it flips, go with the Jets. Ravens, Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have been so inconsistent. They had like 600 yards of total offense, but Baker threw 3 picks. The Ravens are looking really good. I don't want to bet on this game. Chargers, Cardinals. I like the Chargers at minus 135. That's my favorite bets. I don't like over-unders too much, guys, as you can tell. But at minus 135, straight up, and then minus 2.5 is coming in at minus 110. No brainer. You take the money line minus 135. That's how you get it done, guys. All right, that's my betting preview for Week 7. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what type of bets are you making. I would love to hear them. Props, money lines, parlays, teasers. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Peace.